Gymglish is a company that was founded in 2004 and has 5 million users. You will get personalized daily English lessons sent directly to your email. There are no passwords to remember, no logins, so you'll be able to stay on track. It pushes the idea of micro learning, meaning it only takes about 15 minutes a day to complete a lesson. They are fun, they use humor, they have cultural references, and a lot of topics that will interest you. Once you've completed the first few lessons, you will receive a level assessment. It will highlight your strengths and your weaknesses. Another nice advantage of using Gymglish is that you get a certification after 6 months of lessons. It will detail your level and your progress. We have certified over 150,000 students so far. So let's take a look at the registration page for beginners and the registration page for intermediate to advanced students. And this registration page will allow you to test Gymglish lessons for free. The links are in the description, but I'm going to take you through what the lessons look like. So here we have the registration page for beginners. The series is called Rich Morning. You will get a daily personalized lesson emailed to you featuring a video followed by questions and mini lessons. You get to test 2 lessons for free at no cost. Enter your email and then select your native language. Once you've selected that, hit Get Started, and the lesson is immediately emailed to your inbox. So here we are on the registration page. So you are going to get short, personalized, and fun online English lessons. So when you scroll down, it lets you know that you have a 7-day free trial, no obligation to buy. As you notice here, there is no payment information. You don't have to put credit card information in. Simply put your email in, and that's required because that's how the lessons will be sent to you each day. If you want the instructions or helpful hints in your native language, you can. So if you're a Portuguese speaker, you can switch it to Portuguese. Of course, all the lessons itself are in English, all the material, but they have pop-up help boxes and hints and instructions. You can also get those in your native language. So feel free to switch it to another language that's here if you're more comfortable, and then hit Get Started, and it will send the first lesson immediately to your email. So all the lessons come by email. So lesson 1, here's my email, and it'll have your name and the first lesson. So you just click Start Your Lesson. So you'll be brought to this screen. It will say hello and of course your name. And then if I hover over this little question mark here, it just lets you know that after completing 10 lessons, the system will determine your initial level. So the first 10 lessons are the same for everyone. After that, it's going to adapt to you based on how you were answering the questions and how you were doing. And here you just have, before you get started, some tips. And here it just mentions, don't worry if the lessons seem too difficult at first or too easy. It's trying to assess you. So the course will adapt to your abilities and needs. So that's kind of nice. It's not just throwing random lessons at you. It's going to tailor them. So here we have chapter 1. We get these little pop-ups here with little instructions. And it just lets us know that there's going to be written text. And then just select the vocabulary button, which we'll see in a second, to get words added to your list. So I'm just going to hit OK, thanks. So here we have chapter 1. There's a lot of humor in it. It's a little bit of a story here. So you'll take your time to read through the story. So here's that select vocabulary button. And what it does is if there are words here that you're not sure about, you want more practice with. So let's say we select stink if you're not entirely sure about that, or we have well-renowned here if something is based in, and see how it says 3 words selected. So that's kind of nice. So you can get some extra practice along the way with those words. And here they gave you a few pointers. So it's telling you a fragrance, which is a noun, is a perfume, an aroma, a scent. And then you have fragrant, which describes something. So it's usually a pleasant smell, odor, or perfume. And also the abbreviation CEO is used for Chief Executive Officer, and it gives a definition here. Okay, so here we have another pop-up to help you. The questions and exercises of these early lessons allow us to evaluate your level. and identify any problem areas. Just try your best. So again, it's just reminding you it's going to adapt to you. So you would have read this, of course, the story that we just saw, but they have a question here. So eventually Bruno transformed Xavier's humble perfume shop. In this sentence, eventually means, and then you're going to choose something. It asks you, what do you think renowned means? You're going to choose something. They have true or false statements. You're going to choose something. Another pop-up. Here's your first audio dialogue. The script will be shown in your correction, and you'll have a chance to select and review vocabulary. So, okay, thanks. So it's nice. They're guiding you along the way. So here's an audio file. So you get to practice not only your reading, but also your vocabulary and also your listening. So you can play it. Okay, and it tells you what the accents are in. They're an American accent. So we go ahead and play it. And what's nice here, they have a normal speed. So the person can speak normally or they can speak slowly. So you can actually switch it if the audio is too fast, for example. And they're going to ask you a question on your listening. Okay, and then they have a few more questions here, which is kind of nice. Again, studying your vocabulary, and here you get a chance to study grammar and tenses. So which is correct? Which of these tenses is correct in this sentence here? So very nice. I like it because it's very well-rounded. You can learn a lot doing these lessons. And then they have today's dessert and a bit of culture. So another pop-up, and it's letting us know everything is nicely guided. And again, you can select vocabulary. If you're not sure what struck means, for example, go ahead and select your vocabulary. You can put some comments in. And it says they welcome any comments or suggestions. It's a good chance to practice your English. So you even get a little bit of writing practice here by sending in the comments. And when you're all done with everything, all you have to do is click send, and you have done your first lesson. Good job. And once you've submitted, you'll get to this page. It will thank you. And now you're ready to view your corrections. If you want to see what other users are saying, you can go ahead and check the Gymglish stories page and share your own experience. So let's go ahead and view the correction. So here I am on the correction page. Here is your correction. And it says, my goodness, you're amazing. So I got 100%. Phew, I was worried there for a little bit. So what you'll get now in your correction page, of course, is your score, translations of vocabulary requests from your lesson. So again, those are the ones that you selected that you weren't sure about. You will get the scripts of any of the audio files. You will also get explanations of your answers. So it won't just say, you're wrong, you're right. It will tell you why. But what's nice is errors will be covered in more detail in future lessons. So if you get something wrong, the system is going to remember and bring it up later. So you're actually going to be learning from your mistakes. And of course, there's extra information about the cultural references that were presented in this lesson. So if we scroll down to the bottom, you'll actually see more cultural references. So I'm not going to scroll any further because I don't want you to get the answers. So go ahead and try the free trial. They make you check it out for 7 days. So I wanted to scroll down to show you what the bottom piece of the correction page looks like. Here we had this little audio previously in the lesson, and you can still select vocabulary. So if there's something you didn't get a chance to select, maybe you weren't sure what foot was or hence, you can go ahead and still select those words that you want to review. And they give you that extra added cultural piece here. You have another chance to put in some comments. And if you're ready for the next lesson, because you're in a trial period, you can just say, I want the lesson right now. Send it to my inbox. I'm ready to go. But if not, you don't have to check it. They're just going to send the next lesson that's scheduled for tomorrow. So it will just put it in your email inbox the next day. So if you have any additional vocabulary, you can just click send and it can send your comments if you put any in, and any additional vocabulary requests, you can go ahead and put it in. And you're all set to go for the next lesson.